All right. All right, guys, we are live. We're back. Another session. About to get started here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me good, see the screen good. It's Tokyo session. Gold's been pushing up since this morning. We caught some nice buys on gold this morning. It's been pushing up the whole day. Pretty much found its direction for the day. Now we're trading pretty high. We just tapped 2750. And that's one thing I even said this morning. Maybe to wait for. 2750 just got tapped. Market dropped a quick 30 pips. So there goes an entry right there at 2750. Now it looks like it's going to pull back to like 45. It's still, price still looks overall bullish on gold. Like we're in an uptrend. And if you're on this morning session, we did talk about how this week could be bullish, potentially even till like Wednesday, Thursday, even last night. Was anybody here last night on the stream? We were streaming last night and we went live this morning. Let me know in the chat, was anybody here last night or this morning? Let me know if you guys were here this morning or in the... Last night we talked about some things. If you were here last night, USD CAD. We talked about USD CAD last night. If you were here last night, even this morning I talked about it a bit because people were asking, but last night we talked about USD CAD. If you were here last night, USD CAD, we were watching this last night and I got in late. I got in really late on this, but because I kind of forgot about it. But I was able to squeeze in and then it dropped this morning like crazy. But USD CAD, we talked about that. That was a nice drop. Maybe it comes back, sets up another day. Bitcoin. We talked about Bitcoin yesterday. That played out nice. It's pulling back now. Maybe a re-entry coming. We could come down more. We can go over Bitcoin because Bitcoin's looking good right now still. Pulling back maybe to set up again for more movement up. It's above 100,000 still. Yesterday, I wanted to see Bitcoin stay above 100K. So in situations like yesterday, like you don't always got to trade Bitcoin you don't got to go to Bitcoin every moment of the day. You just got to get good at recognizing situations like yesterday, events like yesterday, scenarios like yesterday where the market has pushed up a lot, maybe made a new high, and then we've come down. You know, we've gotten a nice dip. You don't always got to be looking like, you don't got to go to Bitcoin like gold or a Forex pair. You could be out of Bitcoin most of the time. Still watch it, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on key price levels. Keep an eye on key movements. Let something like yesterday happen. Yesterday was a good scenario, good day where the market presented a buying opportunity. And this is times where most people are freaking out. So most people, you want to get used to seeing situations like this that are more fearful, where the market drops fast. This is where the market usually presents buying opportunities. Does anybody remember this yesterday? Because everyone was asking me yesterday, what are you looking at on gold? I was getting DMs on Discord. This weekend, like this coming up weekend, I'll answer all my DMs on Discord. So if you have any DMs, message me on Discord. But for instance, yesterday everybody's asking me, what about gold? What about gold? And I was like, you know what? I'm just watching Bitcoin today. And you can get a good lesson from this, all right? There's a good lesson to take from this, all right? Of this setup, because this setup will happen with Bitcoin for buys. This is a good buy setup on Bitcoin where price creates a demand zone, right? Nice strong move up, and it comes back to that demand zone. And then we look at the price and we're like, okay, this is 100,000, lower 100,000s. That makes sense. Psychological number, institutional number, right? That makes sense. 100,000, that area around there. And then, these are situations where, again, most people are probably panicking, but if you see them enough, you may recognize this could be a buying opportunity. And you know, you kind of have to act on it. Maybe not be as scared when you see them enough. Like when you've been in Bitcoin as long as I have, and you've watched it, and you've seen these different moves. I was talking a bit about it this morning, so you can learn a lot if you watch this morning session. But these times where it drops, especially in an uptrend where there's a lot of demand, that's the times you want to be out of the market when those big drops happen. Like when nice move, like right here, there's a nice drop. See that drop? Market drops a nice maybe like 4 or 5% there, 3%. But the way the candles look, it was a pretty, you know, for the time, you know, it was kind of slow up here, but then boom, just drops. It's a fast move. It's a nice move. The way the candles look, right? It's kind of like yesterday. Like if you look at some of these dips along the way up, like right here, nice dip down, recovers, right? So some of these dips become bigger along the way up. Like I'm on the 1 hour right now. You get some dips that happen more on the 4 hour, some that happen on the daily more. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of bigger dips, like $10,000 moves. Like look at yesterday. So that was a good enough trade. Like if you caught it, I closed a good amount. I think on this candle, and then it went up more, and I was like, I shouldn't have closed. But now it's pretty much a little lower than where I closed. I might look for re-entries if we come back into the zone. Maybe come back to like 102.5. So those are numbers I like to mark. I like to mark like numbers like 100,000, 102.5, or right here, you can see 105. That might hold, but that's a little more. That'd be like scalping. Like you'd be this is the first level that might hold. But my mentality with that would be prepared for it could fail because it's the first level. Sometimes like with a chart like this, you could have maybe the market push up, right? And you know it's coming down and it's setting up for that next move up, like maybe a re-entry. You could have a first key level that's like, okay, this could be the first key level approach, but the one I really want's down here. The first one could fail. At times, you got to have this in your mind because you might have a support here that you're looking at. And this is a good buy. I see price going up. Right? You might see a good buy from here. You might see price making a move like this. That's your analysis. You have a support level you're looking for buys at. But the market does something like this. The market fails that zone and it goes lower and then it goes up and still pretty much makes that same move you were anticipating. But it just comes from a lower spot on the chart. It just ends up coming from a lower price. So at times you have to be anticipated to what's in front of you in terms of taking action in zones. You could have something like this on the chart where, okay, maybe 105 holds tonight. Maybe we get like a bounce off of 105. But that could fail and still flush lower. That's not a bad thing. It could come and find a lower price and make the move from a lower point. Same thing even with gold. When you're looking at every $5 or $10, like you might be analyzing gold and see a $5 level and it may not hold and it goes to the next one and then it reacts off of that one. I thought I had 27.50 marked. Oh, I do. That still looks more bullish to me, price. I want to see retracements. Not for sells. Like I don't want to catch sells. Like I want to let sells, let it drop and see if I can catch like good buy entries. I get a break above 27.50, 27.40. I can see see how the market traded here today. Like we broke up, come back 27.35, punch up, break, retest. So like if you're watching the chart, like I haven't looked at gold since like 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. So I'm looking at it now. Like you don't have to, like I haven't looked at gold all through here. After this morning session, I pretty much just stopped looking at it. Just focus on Bitcoin and then close Bitcoin. But I haven't looked at the chart since like this afternoon. But you can see 27.40 here holding. 27.45. So like realistically, you could try to see if 2745 holds, but it could be like what I just explained, kind of like with like Bitcoin. If 2745 doesn't hold, I would anticipate like buys between 2740 and 2740, like maybe this area, 2740, 2742. We just had a range. We didn't get much of a volume. Like at the end of London session, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, because some of you guys would have been on this morning and maybe heard me say this. And if you continuously come on these sessions, spend time on the sessions with me in the near future, watch my videos that are released in the near future, you'll learn a lot about different concepts. If you were on this morning, you might have heard me say, maybe volume switches. Like if you were on this morning, you maybe heard me say if we get continuous movement through the morning up, volume could switch at the end of London session. Now that volume switching at times can be strong reversal or range, right? We created a range here on price. Like we could be, right now it's Tokyo session. We just broke out of that range. We might even form a range here and try to break out up. 2750, I'm not looking for sells, but you can obviously see how the price reacted right now. I'm not looking for sells on gold right now. I think maybe tomorrow or Friday, or like kind of like last week. If you remember last week, well, you could drop down 2745. I might look for buys at 2745. See if it reacts there. Maybe it's like a pip and dip, or maybe it's a strong reaction. And I want to see how 2745 holds tonight on gold. Maybe we got to move up. If it goes underneath 2745, I'll watch for 2740. I guess sells aren't a bad idea. Like sells might not, like they're not a wrong idea to be thinking right now. You're at a higher high. It's not wrong, but I'm just kind of thinking like last week and the week before and the week before, how if you look at last week on gold, for instance, let's go 4 hour. If you look at the last like 3 weeks on gold, you go the last 3 weeks on gold, I've just pushed up all the way to Thursday, Friday pretty much. So it might be the same thing this week. Like 2 weeks ago, there were some sells. Like if you look at, like this is a whole week of uptrend from Monday to Friday. You could see some sells in there. They probably would have been more, those sells probably came like, let me look, like, yeah, like those sells would have been coming like at the end of London session more so. Like you could see some red candles in that whole, this is a 4 hour as well. That's the whole week. All right. So you can see some 4 hours sells, but not aggressively until the end of the week. Until the end of the week, because you have Monday here, you have Friday here. Went up that whole week, and then even the week before that, it was pretty much the same thing. Like the sells weren't really until the end of the week. I mean, we're Tuesday right now, going into Wednesday, so this could still push up until like tomorrow, Thursday. That was 2 weeks ago right here. Wasn't a lot of sells. The sells were just buys, realistically. All the sells that were on that 4 hour just turned into buys. Same thing over here. There wasn't really any sells that whole week until the end of the week. Monday, Thursday. Monday to Thursday that week. Same thing with last week. Last week, like, the sells are pretty much like at the beginning, like Monday's down here. The best sell was at the beginning of the week. There's Monday right here, but the sells weren't so much. Like going down could be buys still. Like if we get bearish moves, watching for bearish moves, retracements I think is more ideal, because it's still Tuesday. We could possibly push up until like tomorrow, Thursday, for the market. So I'm still looking for buys on gold. Pullbacks, 2745 area could be nice. 2740. I was looking at the chart a little bit before I started, and I was like, that's what looks more clear. And pretty much like what I said this morning, I only like watching gold. That's why. Like I don't really trade currency pairs. Like that's why I look at currency pairs on the daily or 4 hour only. because there are time frames where if something's there, it really sticks out. If you only look at the daily or the 4 hour, you're not going to be trading the daily and 4 hour a lot. So if there's something there, it sticks out if you're only looking at the daily and the 4 hour on currency pairs. So that's why I'll only focus on them on the daily 4 hour from time to time. Like USD CAD, haven't traded that in a while, but I looked at it on the daily 4 hour and I was like, okay, I like what I see. If I like what I see, I'll focus on them, but I'm not looking at a practical or step-by-step timing strategy every day with currency pairs like I do with gold. Yeah, I could see us pulling maybe down 45. I would like to look for that personally, kind of like a retest to that level. That would be better. I think that's what's more clear right now. So a good dip. Like we just tapped 2750. It dropped what? 30 pips. $3 move. It could still come down to 45 or even 40. So there could be a dip on gold. That's what I'd want to see more. And if one more bullish move holds, if I can catch one more bullish move in this week until tomorrow, Thursday. Obviously we are high, but there's demand on gold. I mentioned that on Thursday, Friday last week. Because you got a lot of conflict. You got some conflict in the world going on. But pullback could be anticipated. We are pretty high. If you're ever in a scenario like today where the market's just pushing, this is why I like to get on this time. It's a better time to approach the chart. Market might be at a spot where I could take a quick trade. If we're on a little earlier, we might have been able to catch 2750 there, maybe quick pip and dip. But this is a good time to start like rechecking the charts. A lot of news today. El Salvador buys another 12 Bitcoin at these prices. Nice. They are going to be adding to their stockpile. Apparently, they're going to be buying 1 Bitcoin a day from now on. El Salvador already has a lot. They up. So El Salvador they added a good amount of Bitcoin. They added 11, but now they're going to be buying 1 Bitcoin a day. El Salvador is going to be buying 1 Bitcoin every single day. Take that into consideration. It's going to be harder to do that 8 years from now. Like, because I'm not selling what you could do is take profit on your alts, put it to Bitcoin. You don't have to sell your Bitcoin, right? People are like, when am I going to sell my Bitcoin? It's like, do you want to do that? Or do you take profit on alts, keep stacking your Bitcoin? Because alts move faster, right? Alts could move 20% in a week. Some alts, some meme coins, look what Trump coin just did. Altcoins can move a lot. But El Salvador is going to be buying 1 Bitcoin every single day. A strategy like this will become harder over time as supply with the halving and how Bitcoin comes out. If you're familiar with Bitcoin halving, check out some of the crypto videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. I have a lot of videos already on my YouTube you can check out. But we're here live every day. I saw some people are asking for the schedule in the Discord. It's in announcements. I'll repost it after the stream. But if you go through all the announcements and everything in Discord, there's a lot of info. But this is big because, like, if you think about 4 years from now, how much, how the supply of Bitcoin gets cut in half, that comes out. And then 4 years from that, it's going to be slower and lesser how much comes out. And then you're having purchases like this. So Michael Saylor, we talked about this last night. We said Michael Saylor looks like he's probably loading up for a buy. And last night I talked about this. I said, it's not about Michael Saylor. It's not about, okay, he's buying, it pumps Bitcoin potentially. No, it's about the quantity they are buying right now with how much Bitcoin is going to be out there. It's the quantity they are buying, right? In 4 years, 8 years from now, like with El Salvador buying 1 Bitcoin per day, they're going to buy 1 Bitcoin. Look, they already started 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago. They added another 11, and then 8 hours. So tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, they're going to be buying 1 Bitcoin. Country reserves, stockpile of Bitcoin. Now, that was my week. I had a good week. Where was that? Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. I had a good week. We're in the golden. I wrote golden age. We're in the golden age. Bitcoin. Trying to hit $1 million day in 2025. Trying to have a 7-figure day, and then you'll see me a happy guy. All right. You'll see it. I won't be as hard on you guys that day. But Michael Saylor, what you got to understand about this, and I said it last night. Look at today. He announced MicroStrategy has acquired 11,000 Bitcoin. 11,000. So El Salvador 1 a day. That's pretty big because that's consistent over time. 1 a day, diminishing and going into their reserve. But 11,000 at once. 8 years from now, will purchases like this? What will the price be? That's huge. Anytime you see Saylor do a tweet, anytime you see Michael Saylor do a tweet like this, there's a buy coming, or he's bought, and he's gonna announce that he's bought. And if you randomly see the market pump up, it's probably that they bought. Every time you see him tweet that, they've been consistently buying large amounts. It's not like, yeah, they're buying, pump the market up. That's not the mindset here. It's the quantity, it's the supply, right? It's the supply shock that will eventually happen, over time. It's like yeah, they're buying, pump the market, let's go. It's not necessarily like that anymore. Like it can be. Like when Elon tweets about something crypto related, people go crazy. It's not like that necessarily with the MicroStrategy bought, oh my god, they're gonna pump the market. It's the amount they're buying, and they're never gonna sell that. Doge ETFs, Bonk ETFs. Anybody got Bonk? I used to have Bonk. Damn. Maybe a meme mania this year. 2025, we got a Doge and Bonk ETF. Let's go. I think the Trump coin kind of the Trump coin, at first it was kind of oh, it looks bad, but now it's just kind of gives look at this. A couple days later, look at this news for other memes. And then you got Bank of America. Where's it at? We got where's the Bank of America news? We'll look into that a little bit. But yeah, looking for buys on gold. More so tonight, guys. We got some buys. 27.45. I'd like to see if that's the first zone I'll look at. Whether, for a reaction. You could try to pip and dip it, or maybe see if we hold this uptrend we're in. Bank of America, there's news on that. I'll pull that up. I don't know if you guys saw the Bank of America, what they're preparing for. Even though they don't like crypto, they're still preparing for it. Someone asked this morning, is the bull run beginning? And it's for some coins, it's for some coins, for some people, it's I've been it for, depending on what coin you're holding, it's what coins. It's you kind of feel like you're already in a bull run. Like if you're a Bitcoin holder, like myself, if you're an XRP holder like myself, if you're a Solana holder like myself, if you're holding HBAR or even Ethereum, it's at good value, if you're holding some coins, some good coins, you might feel like you're in a bull run. If you're just getting started, you know, there's a starting point here for where the market is going. Like there's a horizon, there's more coming to the market. But yeah, gold, we'll keep that gold chart open. I think did Rizzo have a good day? Was, and then pulled back. Some meme coins got hit pretty bad because of the Trump coin. So what you're going to see first is like your majors go up. Bitcoin will go up. Solana, Ethereum, Solana, those type of coins. And then usually everything else follows once Ethereum really starts going up. And then you'll see meme coins more after that. Like you'll see coins like Chainlink go up before meme coins more so. Coins like HBAR, Jasmy, ICP. What about Solana? Someone asked. It looks good. ETF news coming out in a couple days. So a couple days, you might want to have your eyes on Solana. If you go back, we've talked about this on several streams. So a couple days is kind of like the deadline for the first like Solana ETFs, January 25th. I think there is one today, Grayscale, Solana Trust, Conversion. But these ones, all of these, January 25th. So that's a big day coming up. We've talked about that 2 weeks ago. We've talked about this on a lot of streams. This should be nothing new for some of you guys that come on here regular. So you saw how fast Solana was able to go to $300. A lot of people are doubting that it could go to 1,000 or 500 to 1,000, 750. We're sitting at 250. You saw how fast it went, pretty much $300 almost, 295, right? And we still have February, March upon us. Like this thing I could see Solana going to $500-600 a coin. It's breaking out. It just had a nice breakout. So it'll probably stay above 200 to be honest for now. Now we're above 200. It'll probably maintain above 200 now. You'll probably stay above that 200 level. Just like ETH, we want ETH to stay above 3,000. We want Bitcoin to stay above 100K, 98K, 95K. Solana, $200 here is a firm demand zone. There's, below 200 was buyers. What were whales doing? They were buying below 200 because they said it's below 200. This is cheaper. We're below this price. Sometimes you got to look at the market like that and maybe be okay. We're below, like Bitcoin below 100K was good buys, right? So I think Solana looks really good, especially it's shaping up for what's ahead this week. Could be some volatility depending on how the news comes out. There is, again, January 25th. So January 24th, January 25th is your deadline there for a lot of these Solana ETFs. Let's say those get approved. Maybe some of them, maybe all of them. Wonder what the market will do. It'd probably be like a buy. There could be a buy the dip scenario too. Even if they get approved, the market could drop down and create a buy the dip scenario, or it just rips up. So I'm holding, like I've told you guys, if you're in crypto, hold till March. March is a good time to start looking at where prices are. Going into March is a good time to evaluate where prices are. Doesn't matter what targets you have. If your target is $1,000, if price is at 500 in March, 600 in March, could be a good time to evaluate where the market is. That's usually where we run up into after the inaugurations, right? So we just finished inauguration. USA elections are done. We just finished the inauguration yesterday. And we're expecting in coming weeks the market to just potentially start ripping. Things are looking good, shaping up to like what we've expected and what we've talked about, right? If you've been on streams with me for the last couple of weeks, you've seen things play out, how we've been anticipating it. So March, we call that the horizon, right? When we're looking at the horizons, what's ahead, right? Something that's ahead of you, right? Yeah, this is a good week. This is my week. The golden age. You can follow me on Twitter, Crypto. Or I think it's Crying Crypto. It's the little Batman guy. I like Batman, to be honest. People comment on my videos like, this guy doesn't trade. That's why he's doing YouTube live. And I'm like, only if these people actually knew like my weeks or my days. Like, that's why I'm Crying Crypto. Yeah, I like to look at the comments like that. Those ones make me laugh. When people be like, this guy makes YouTube videos. That's why he doesn't. I have like 4,000 followers. I don't even make money on YouTube. That's funny. Most people will perceive you for no better than themselves at the end of the day. So most people have like self-image and perception. It's a very key thing, perception. So I realize is most people will look at you in a way that they might see themselves, right? And they, it's interesting. And while I'm like the one laughing, Crying Crypto. Massive list of crypto ETFs filings have been revealed, with many submitted since Gary Gensler resigned. Let's check them out. What coins? So a lot of Soul Futs. What's Soul Futs? Anyone know what that is? Oh, whoa. Anyone know what Soul Fut is? That just Solana? 2x short Solana. 2x XRP. XRP. I'm seeing more XRP. Holy. Oh, wait, wow. They don't have any dates. Oh wow, there's a lot that just got added. The Doge and Bitcoin, XRP. So everything got added. What got added is all this. See where Grayscale is? So a Solana ETF, Solana, a basket, CoinShares Digital Asset ETF, ProShares XRP, ProShares Solana Short 2x. I don't know what Solana Futs means, or Futs. Maybe one of you guys know. A Trump, Trump coin. Ethereum. I'm seeing some ETH. That's good. There's some ETH up here. Seeing some ETH, XRP. Seeing some XRP, and a lot of Solana. And then Doge and Bonk. If you have Bonk, congrats. Hold on to that, perhaps. Like, if you got in that, especially if you got in maybe a good price, like maybe Bonk, or if you're a Doge holder. I'm not a Doge holder, but wow, a lot got added here. This is this is good. This is good stuff to see. Meme coins. We got 3 meme coins on here. Trump, Bonk, and Doge. That just like, I don't have Bonk or Doge. I used to have Bonk. I'm an early Pepe whiff holder. Got him whiff early, but whiff's had a huge pullback. I was able to get in this really early, and I got a good amount. What are the meme coins? I'm holding Trump. I still have some. That's probably some good news for Trump coin. Later on, it might be a good novelty to have. Maybe having one of them or 2 of them or 5 of them might not hurt. Like one of them, and just having it might be a good novelty for your your crypto collection of one. You never know what the price will go to, but Yeah, dude. No, we didn't get 45. Like, I'm waiting for 45, to be honest. Like, it's in the middle. That's what can happen. Like, middle, 47, yeah. Of course. Like, if it doesn't get to the fives, the two, like, if it doesn't get to 27.40, it's probably because it held, like, a 2. If it doesn't get to a 5, it's because it held a 7. So, still kind of the same idea on gold. Like, just waiting for that 45. Maybe it can hit it. Bitcoin should go up. Like, look at what's happening. Look at all the news. Like, there's more than this. If I could probably spend 2 hours going over today's news alone. Like, there's more. We'll go over a little more tomorrow. Maybe the first, like, 15 minutes of tomorrow's session. First, maybe first 15, 20 minutes of tomorrow's session in the morning. And then tomorrow night, we'll go over more news. Because every day, there's more. There's even a lot of news from yesterday, last week to catch up on. But this is some more recent stuff. Bank of America. Like, I know if you look at crypto news recently. So this is CNBC. I think they're using Dogecoin to accept payments, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're gonna accept some, like, or was that another? Was that Bank of America or another company? But yeah, Bank of America. This is on CNBC. So that's just, what's that? That's that's embracing. That's the word right there. If you want to use a word, embracing something more. Bank of America says bank ready for crypto payments. I think I saw something about Dogecoin. Other big CEOs such as Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan had said Bitcoin is a criminal's tool. Ha ha ha. We laugh at. We need people like him, you know? We need people like him. Everybody, Scarface, you need people like me and point fingers, say I'm the bad guy. We need people like that, to be honest. You need people who don't believe in it, hate it, call it a scam, call it rat poison. Funny thing is enough, ever since he said that, the market has shot up. Ever since Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, called Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, what's the market done? So you got JP Morgan calling it a Ponzi scheme, Jerome Powell calling it digital gold, and now Bank of America. So, don't watch what they say, watch what they do. So much. I mean, Jerome Powell said that, but that's big for Jerome Powell to say that. Yeah, gold doesn't look like it wanted to give us that 45 tonight. Damn, we would have. Yeah, maybe it's 9:14. You can watch gold. Maybe place an alert around there. Watch it for Tokyo. See if there's a flush down. Because last night, it's kind of doing exactly what it did last night, to be honest. If you look at last night, look at the market last night. So maybe, I'm looking for this dip down, this type of dip for buys. It might even, like, tomorrow morning, we might be New York buys again. If it drops tonight, like yesterday, or today, sorry, was buys. But London was bearish yesterday. So if London's bearish today again, like if you look at the price action yesterday, you can see what happened here, how price was kind of exhausting here. And we ran those highs, but then we flushed down and took out the lows. So we made a range here. See that? See that little box? We went above it and we went below it, created buys. That would be a perfect more scenario to see today. Like if you look at what the market's doing right now, at this moment, if, we had a little range here actually already. So we've just gone up. We could even come up more and have that bigger pullback still, right? Kind of like yesterday. I'm still bullish more. Like if a drop like this happens tonight for London, I'm not gonna be in the sells, or I probably won't catch sells. I'll wait for like buys. I'll let it retrace and look for buys. Like you look at last night. Last night London was bearish, fully bearish London. It spiked up these hours. Like these hours, where were we last night? These hours, just kind of consolidating. Ran up, punched up, made a high, London high, but went all the way down London. But then turns over for buys. So I think that's what I'm feeling more like I want the market to do, is give me a drop like yesterday. Set up for another buy setup. Maybe tonight we get like some scalping here at 45. We can see 50s holding 2750. Well, 2745, 2740 would be some key levels to watch tonight. If not, the market, we might have a similar market condition in the morning where London drops and New York sets for buys. Like yesterday, like today morning. It will be on in the morning. Let me check the chat. I haven't checked the chat in a little bit. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat here. All right. Some of you guys are on this morning. Someone said they were here for both. Gain up your hours. TOCT. Yeah, time on the charts. Like think about this. For instance, we've probably all had jobs in our life or careers that we went to for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, maybe even more, right? Depending on your job that you work. Even right now, some of you guys probably have 9 to 5s or maybe 12 to 12s or different times, right? You might spend 8 hours at your job, right? To collect that paycheck at the end of the week or the next week, bi-weekly, or the end of the month. Think about that job that you spend 8, 10 hours, 12 hours a day working, right? And how much that job makes you doing that time. I spent the time I spent with you guys today on the charts, and I made $4,300 today, right? A couple hours. So time, there's time and money. Like obviously, I have a lot of different analogies of this that I could do for you to help you shape some perspective of everything you're doing now on the charts is for a bigger picture later on, right? The same thing you're doing now, the same skills you're acquiring now will help you later on. It's all dedication. But you got to think, most people spend 8 hours, 10 hours a day at their job. So what are you going to get out of this spending 1 hour a day? Right? If you look at where you might be in your current life, how much time you spend to collect that paycheck, right? So you want to put as much time into whether this is your dream, because when I started it was my dream, right? So whether this is your dream or not, you want to still dedicate as much time as, let's say, your job, right? Whether your job pays you 2, 3, 4 grand a month, I don't know. When I was working, I was making like 2,800, 3,000 a month, 60 hours, 50, 60 hours a week. If you never had that life, and if you've never worked a job and never had that life, then you might not understand the value of things too, right? So if you don't have a job too, if you don't have a source like that, it's a key thing too with trading, right? If you never had that life, I think that's a key thing, because a lot of traders I know that are successful work that kind of grind life. They had a job, they were working it, and they got out of that eventually after years of dedicating time on the charts, stacking up, learning. But I like to say time on the charts is really key every day, but put in as many hours as you can, not as much as you want, as much as you can. Like don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're finished. Really mindset. You kind of got to be like a dog. Like if you have a dog, if you have a pet dog at home, if you have a pet dog at home, and if you could put food in front of the dog like every day, any hour of the day, and it'll keep eating, right? The dog doesn't get full, right? You got to kind of have that mentality. Yeah, 27:45 or 27:40 maybe for tonight. Watching. You gotta think of like this. So like your mind's here. You want to make a lot of money, right? Trading. You want to make six figures. You want to get to 100K, maybe stacked up or something, right? But you got to think about the time. Like time, there's time and money, right? Money, maybe up here. This is where your mind is, right? Time or money. Money is on the left side, but if you just started trading 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, there's where you want to be, but there's where you are, right? Maybe you're most of you guys probably on this and watching this are probably within year 0 to 1 or year 0 to 2 or year 1 to 2. You're probably still here like in your first year or so, 2 years maybe max. There might be a couple of you here that have like 3 years. I don't think anybody's been 10 years as long as I've been, right? Is there anybody who's been in 10 years on the charts, right? Anyone? Most of you guys might be around here, right? But most of your guys' mindset is here, right? Obviously your mindset's right here. I want to get here, right? Over time you'll get there, right? Like it's like a chart, right? Over the years you're gonna go through experiences that eventually get you through there, right? But your expectations might be up here in the beginning. This is why a lot of people fail at trading, is because their expectations when they start are, I need to make money, right? I need to get here. Like most people fail in the first 3 months of trading or quit, fail. It depends on your perception of what failure is, right, guys? If you're looking at, I've been doing something for 3 months and I've done a bad job, or this is how you look at it. Because I had a friend, one of my best friends started trading with me 10 years ago. He lasted like a month. Haven't seen him since. We were friends for 14 years, to be honest. And he started trading with me. We both started trading at the same time together. One of my best friends. He lasted 30 days and said, never doing this again. It's not for me, because we both lost $250 blowing our account in the first 30 days of trading. We both lost $250. He looked at that like, I'm a failure. I'm not doing this. It's too emotional for me. I looked at it like, how can I learn from this? How can I not do this again? Because within that 30 days, yeah, I blew my account, but I saw some progress. I saw some results. I looked at, okay, what did I do right? It's like, okay. You fail. Oh, okay, that's what I did wrong. Okay, fix it next time. Right there, you get a little closer every time. You get a little bit closer every time. All right, you hit, you fail. What did I do wrong? Okay, let's not do that again. Let's learn from that. One of my best friends, he didn't have that mindset. He just said, I'm done trading. That's it. His expectation was up here, but his mindset wasn't developed, like his personal development. I said, you know what? My mindset was up there, but then I lowered the bar. I said, you know what? I'm going to really learn this more and not try to chase the money in the beginning. But a lot of people can't handle losing money in the beginning. They might go through a bad situation. Might blow an account, right? Maybe you blow a trading account. That's really something to learn from, right? At the end of the day. How can I avoid this next time? One of my friends, he said, he looked at failure and success. Most people will look at failure and success as like the same thing. I'm either a failure or I'm a success. Your success is going to be built through all of your failures in trading, right? All your success that you have in trading is going to be built from a foundation of some mistakes and some failures, right? So you can't be afraid of that. And that's why time on the chart's key, because the more time you spend on the chart, it's like a calluses. When you go to the gym, you start to build a calluses on your hand, right? It's kind of like a stronger calluses starts to build in your brain, in the way you act, in the way you move, in your rhythm. I'll wait for 27.45 tonight, guys. I'll post this chart in Discord. We'll be waiting for this tonight. If you have any questions, type in the chat. Well, let's just go to questions now, since gold's not getting to our entry. So I only trade gold. It feels hard watching more than one pair. I started watching your lives, understand zones more. Awesome. What's my top 5 crypto coins? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Like my favorite's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, just because of what they've done for me. I like HBAR, I like XRP, I like Chainlink, ICP. That's not top 5, but there's some good names. If Solana does good, Jupiter should do good. I have like 100,000 Jupiter coins. If Solana's expected to do good, then Jupiter should. Remember my first live? Remember the day I was live and I was down like 250K on the day? Now I'm up. Now we up. So me, I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I got more Bitcoin than that and more Ethereum than that. I gotta update this actually. It's more than this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. Probably have like a couple hundred more Solana now. Gotta update some of these. The ICP. Got more ICP now. Got more SUI. I have more Ethereum now, more Solana now than that, more SUI than that, more ICP, more WIF. Some of these memes I gotta update. It's probably a bit more than that, but it's pretty solid. It's one of my. I gotta call. HBAR is really good. Like I like the main coins. Like I'm holding a lot of Polkadot because I'm staking it. I went over that last night. That's just something I'm holding because I'm staking so much. Like I've earned a lot staking it. I've earned thousands of Polkadot just staking it. So for me, it's just like something I can hold. Ethereum, HBAR. Top 5's hard, but for my portfolio, it's always like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, HBAR. If Jasmy moves, it'll catch up. Like my top 10 is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, HBAR, Polkadot, Jupiter, Jasmy, Chainlink, SUI, and then ICP, KSM, Ondo. I have some Gala, IMX. I have a lot of altcoins. Some altcoins, Gala, IMX. Went over Validity this morning. I would get into Validity before it pumps. I keep telling everyone, get in before it pumps, because soon it'll pump back to $1. Validity's a good altcoin if you're looking for a quick like 2x, 3x. That'll happen soon. I have a lot of altcoins I buy. Like I have KSM. I don't know if you guys know what KSM is. KSM. We talked about Validity this morning. I don't know if you guys know what KSM is or Gala or ILV. Those are some altcoins I have. But like I'm basically like the main ones, like ones that you probably already know of: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, HBAR, Jupiter, Polkadot, Chainlink, SUI, Jasmy, ICP, like probably just like the ones you already know of too, for most of you guys that are into crypto. The newest coin I found was SUI. Like the most newest coin in my portfolio, other than Trump coin, of course, is SUI, and I bought that in September. So like the newest like good coin that I grabbed was in September was SUI. I bought it at 80 cents. And I bought more at like $1.14, $1.24. I added a little bit more this week, not a lot, because I think Sui will go to $10. Sui will do good. Like, Bonk ETF, yeah. Hold, don't fold. Elon. That's funny. Hold, don't fold. Diamond hands, yo. They want your Bitcoin, clearly. That's why they're making these meme coins too. But they're probably like, there's rooms. Think about right now. There's rooms of executives that are looking at the market cap of this. It's bigger than the uranium market cap, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you understand, like, there's people sitting in rooms that are like, do you see how much money's in this? Like, there's something here, right? Dogecoin, did it do anything today? Look at that. Look at that flag. Look at that flag building. Punch up, sideways. Doge. I don't hold Doge, but it'd be something that, like, it'd be a meme that I would. I hold Pepe, Trump, dog with hat. Haha, yes. And Pudgy Penguins, there it is. This might, a lot of people are talking about Pudgy. The coin that came out for memes, Pudgy Penguins. I think ICP below 10 is good. XLM, I used to have that way back in the day, and I did my thing with it. It's good. It's one of your iOS coins. Like, obviously, it falls into that category of... It falls into this category. So XLM, someone asked, falls into this category with XRP and Cardano, which is a really big coin in the States, Cardano, ADA. Personally, if I were to look at this list, what are my top three? HBAR, XRP, and probably Algo, maybe, or ADA. Like, you got a good list here, so that falls in the category. You got Quant, QNT, XRP, Stellar. I think if you're into Stellar, that means you're into these other coins, really, because they fall into that same category. So maybe not being 100% all in Stellar, maybe diversifying QNT or HBAR. I like HBAR more than Stellar, personally. I mean, these are being adopted because American companies, American coins, tax-wise, you can benefit and do some things with taxes, especially if you're an American. So it looks like they're maybe foundating as, good American coins companies, right? ADA is huge. I don't have Cardano. You see, I didn't mention that in my top 10. Like, it's not, I don't hold it. Doesn't mean it's not a bad coin, right? Just because I don't hold it doesn't mean it's not a bad coin. Holding a coin called KSM, Kasuma, that runs on with Polkadot, and you can stake it. But some of these coins are alts, so if you look at like KSM, wow, gold doesn't want to pull back for us. 27.45. Where's KSM chart? Like, this is a coin I'm holding a decent bag of. It's all-time high, $600. Whether it goes back to that this year or in the next year, I want to see what this coin does in the next, 6 to 8 months, 4 to 6 months. Starting out 4 to 6 months or 6 to 8 months within this year, right, of 2025. It's obviously achieved high prices, right? If alt season, so alt season is when the year is done. So this is a coin I'm holding, Kasuma. It's all-time high, $600, right? Another coin I'm holding is ILV. Its all-time high is like $2,000. Now, is it going to go back to 2,000? I'm not saying that. Maybe it goes to 100, 200, right? Maybe it goes to 400. When you look at those charts, those are charts that, yeah, they've been high prices. We can't bet on them 100% going back to that. But we could say, let me see where this gets in March, or let me see where this gets this year. It doesn't have to be I'm targeting $600. It can be, okay, this coin's really low. It's cheaper than where it's been, right? It's really low on the chart. I don't have to sit here and say it's going to go to $600. Maybe within the next 6 months, 4 months, year, it's at $500, right? And I'm not, time will really tell. KSM, ILV, low coins, ICP, low coin, under $10. Low coins, low prices, low on the chart, right? XRP, hot coin, high on the chart, right? So altcoins, a lot of altcoins are low in terms of where they are on the chart. Low prices, low on the chart, versus maybe obviously your Bitcoin, or maybe your XRP. So I like ETH. Once ETH picks up, it's asleep. It'll pick up. Failure is necessary to learn. Yeah, EPFX not available in the US. Yeah, it's international. Ledger, yeah, Ledger's good. Do you have a Discord on how to buy meme coins? I don't have like how to buy, but most people use like phantom wallets. That's definitely a good video to make. Something I could show you. Phantom wallets or decentralized wallets like DEX. A lot of these meme coins could be on Coinbase or major exchanges as well. Most of these meme coins, like for instance, Coinbase is gonna list Trump. But a lot of these meme coins like Doge would be on Coinbase. Bonk would be on Coinbase. Dog with hat. Where's that? Where's our little dog? I like dog with hat. That's personally, I know it's been bleeding, but it's on Solana. Dog for it's an OG dog to me because it's the first dog to enter the dollars, the first like meme to hit, other than Trump. But like Dogecoin's at 37 cents. Shiba's whatever it is, Pepe. So it's one of those memes that has more to me like a more like bonks and not even it's one of those memes to me like Pudgy Penguin's 2 cents. But that's new. Pudgy's new. The Penguin. I just watched the Penguin. Literally, I just watched the Penguin too. That might be on Coinbase. That's definitely on Phantom Wallet, which is a decentralized wallet. I don't know for US. You might have to ask some people in the chat maybe. Oh yeah, Pancake Swaps, stuff like that. Let me check the chat. What platform do you buy your crypto? Different ones. Like it depends on what crypto it is, when it's coming out. Like if a crypto just comes out and it's newer, it's most likely going to be on decentralized exchanges, like your Phantom Wallets, Pancake Swap, Uniswap, right? So stuff like that. A lot of times I'll be buying on like a major exchange, like just like Kraken, for instance. That's the easiest one for me if it comes to an exchange. Coinbase is the biggest. Kraken's one I like to use. There's also a coin called Fartcoin. Yeah, ICP, that's low. I mentioned that. Someone asked again. Under 10, I think that's good. You gotta look at like where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's high. So eventually all that money, when Bitcoin's done going up this year, later this year, like end of 2025, it'll make a peak in March. But when Bitcoin's like done going up, all these altcoins will be flying. Because all that money, when people sell Bitcoin and take profit, all that money is gonna just flow into coins like some of these names we're speaking of, right? That's when the market goes crazy, where you'll see people or some of these alts 5xing, 10xing their prices, right? Some of them 3 to 5xing. You know, maybe like Chainlink does like a 3x, 5x, right? Maybe Chainlink to 100, right? Maybe something like Chainlink goes $50, $75. Maybe some of them like a nice solid 3x, 3 to 5x, 2, 3x for some of them. But a lot of these meme coins, altcoins especially, when Bitcoin's done, because Bitcoin's not done. Bitcoin's not done. We're just getting started for February, March. February, March, guys. So remember the green box? I'll post some stuff. I see some good questions, so I'll take note of them and post some stuff in Discord tonight. And if you have any questions, hit me up on Discord. And on the weekends, I got back to some people on the weekend, but this weekend I was exhausted because, man, I spent like 2 days watching Trump coin. I flipped 30 Solana. I flipped 30 Solana to 116 Solana on Trump. So I was happy. I made like 30K on Trump. I was like, what? Yeah. I'm still holding some, so I'm happy. I'll still enjoy the ride. I got in at $8. Literally, when I posted it, I literally posted this. I didn't know if it was real, so I just posted this because I saw this. It was at $8 when I posted that. That's when I bought. I converted like some Solana to it, or no, I converted another coin that I had like $1,200 in. That I was like, you know what, I don't care about this coin. And then another coin I had like $1,400 in. And then it ran up to $24, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna buy a bit more and put like another 10 Solana in. And then like it was solid, like maybe a bit more than 10. I think like I put like 20. I flipped like about 30 Solana to 116. I finished with. I'd say I was like, I'm done, and now I'm still holding a bit of Trump. But yeah, we're just starting. Someone asked this morning, and I think I saw something similar in the chat. Is the bull run starting now? Like I said, depending if you've been holding Bitcoin, it feels like you're in a bull run for Bitcoin. But yeah, I think it's just starting going into February, or maybe this week, like this week going into February. When you look at last year, look at what February did all the way till March. So I think in March you really, like, if you're looking to sell, potentially going into March might be the time. But that can be where alts, like that's a time where alts really rip in February, March. So if you look at last year, so yeah, someone asked, is the bull run starting? Maybe, like, yeah. February's right here, coming soon. So the last February, so what did it do even like days before? It did a little dip, but I think we went through that already. That's done. Like, I don't think we're getting that. I think we went through that. So I think we are starting a bull run. You might see maybe in a month or two Bitcoin at a new price, like new all-time high, like 120, 130. That could be realistic, especially with all, like, remember some of the news I mentioned at the beginning. El Salvador is now going to be buying 1 Bitcoin a day. Micro strategy with these big buys. They bought 11,000. At least it wasn't at the top this time, like the very top. Like, they've been averaging better prices. He got like 90. He did a $94,000 buy. Yeah, I could say, yeah, I think we are. If you look at usually, if you look at last year, this is February, March, all here. So before that, December till February is like, you know, December to February, similar. That green box I drew. So soon, it looks like we're going for, or maybe we're starting that, like we're in that. We could be in that right now. Maybe it's already started. I would say, like, Or, you know, maybe it starts ripping more in February. You know, February, March, you start ripping more. But it looks like, you know, everything I've been saying is coming kind of more clear as we go forward. Gold dropping. Let me know. What's gold doing? Might get the retest. Maybe. Let me go to my blank chart. Ultimately, like today, I wanted to see. So there's a blank chart. A really good zone would be kind of where we were this morning, 27.25, 27.30. That's where I wanted, like after this morning's trading, I was like, if it can retrace back down to here, I'll look for buys. That previous resistance, that's the bigger zone. So on the bigger picture, if it does dump tonight, it's like retracements back to previous resistance. Look for buys down there. That's one markup. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna post these different markups in Discord when I get off. So I'll wrap this up in like 10 minutes so I can post this stuff. Cause it might take me like literally maybe 20 minutes to write it up, clean the charts up a bit, and write out the levels. So I'll probably end the session a little sooner so I can do the markups, write the markups up for the Discord. But you guys here that are live, keep an eye on 27.45. I'll take entries around there if we can hit that price, or keep entries around, or even keep an eye on 27.40. We might get a little reaction. It's not the best entry here. You want 27.45 really. Yeah, came close. 27.45. So for you guys that are live here, keep an eye on that. 27.40. I'm gonna post some charts and some markups in the Discord. For anybody who's new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll drop the Discord link in the chat before we wrap it up. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a distraction, you know. Someone said, I'm thinking it's to continue keeping the majority consumed by the meme and non-utility coins while corporations and businesses distributing, investing, and scaling intuitively tokens. Yeah, I agree. I concur. Like, the memes, it could be to both sides. I don't know. It could be even like these memes could explode because of this too. Like, they could explode. More money could just enter the memes. But I agree, because Bitcoin diminishes over time, right? Supply gets cut in half every 4 years. On these meme coins don't do that, right? You have time to buy the meme coins. You don't have time. Runs out for Bitcoin. Damn, it couldn't have gave us that 27.45. We would have. It might come. Stay patient. Maybe set some alerts around there. Maybe some limits. Keep an eye on price. We almost, I didn't want to get there. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'll wait for. Looking for buys still. Remember, if you go on this morning session, or if you were on, we were on long this morning. The market, when you look at gold, like go look at Monday. I want you guys to do this, and we'll do it again tomorrow morning. If you look at Monday every week, and I kind of did it already on this session, and I did it this morning. I know some people might have not seen this, but again, Monday can kind of set the direction a lot of weeks. So those 3 lines are Monday. If you look at where Monday was this week, like we've already set the direction for the week. We'll get a reversal, but I think price could try to edge up a bit more. 27.50 is obviously a key level. That's an institutional psychological price. You got quarters theory there. I still think for time of the week, it's not the right time yet. If you look at the last 3 weeks, it's pushed up every week until Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, the last 3 weeks. So if you look at what it's doing what it's done the last 3 weeks now, 4 weeks in a row. So I think maybe we could push up. What do you mean by time runs out? There's only so much time to be able to buy it. Like, the supply gets cut in half every 4 years. Well, the halving supply. How much comes out every day? How much Bitcoin comes out every day will get slower over time, right? The amount of Bitcoin, like, you're seeing these big purchases. Time is running out till it becomes harder to buy. 8 years, imagine 10 years from now, where might not what like when people learn more too and keep it off exchanges. If supply goes down over time, right? There's only 21 million coins that will ever exist, right? 99% of them come out by 2034. There's a limited supply that people are going to just hold. Some people are just going to hold forever, right? If you think about addresses right now that have one or more Bitcoin, right? If we were to think about something like this, only 1 million addresses have more than one Bitcoin. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. When I say time is running out, not everyone in the world is going to own one Bitcoin. Like, yeah, as big as it is to you, there's not enough for everyone to own one. There's only 21 million. That's what I mean by time's running out. El Salvador is going to be buying one Bitcoin a day, right? Time's running out in terms of like baby boomers bought houses for under 100,000. How much are houses now? A digital property. This is digital capital, right? Imagine, like my dad's generation. They bought their houses for under $100,000. 40K, 28K, 30K. Those houses are worth $800,000, $1 million right now. When you think about that, for instance, right? Something that's very limited. This is very limited, right? Boomers bought house, yeah. That's a good one. Gold, so look at gold. I want you guys after this session to just kind of look at gold and kind of keep in mind it could keep going up until like Thursday, Friday, right? Kind of like the last 3 weeks or even the last 4 weeks. So I keep that in mind. But yeah, time's running out. Like, not everyone in the world is going to own one. One might be like, oh yeah, I want. No, it's very, very far out of people's reach too with the price, right? That's what I mean when I say time runs out because of supply. But we're going to wrap it up for the night, guys. Because I want to post some charts in Discord. And I'll keep an eye on gold. But I'm going to post a couple charts in the Discord. 2745 didn't give us that, eh? Almost. It didn't want to give us 2745 there. Where's the chart? Did I take the drawings off? Why did I do that? Why did I take my levels off? That would have been a nice buy. I came to like 46, I think. Yeah. A little hair off. Like, was looking for that. Again, it could keep pushing. I'm looking for buys on retracements. I want the market to retrace down to some of these levels. That's why I like to have the $5 levels marked, like I just had before. But I took it off by accident. Yeah, 2745 would have been nice, but market took off. Almost close. Close. I'll post some charts in Discord in a minute. Again, I'm not looking for sells on gold, still looking for buys. Would have almost had one there. You could still, again, 2740. I don't know why my charts took it off. Weird. So still going to keep an eye on 2740 tonight. 2745 level. Maybe I removed it by accident. Yeah, when you ask what's the best crypto, like it's Bitcoin because there's no other coin necessarily like it where Bitcoin's number one. Yeah, you can buy an altcoin or a meme coin and make 10x, make 5x. But if you understand Bitcoin down to its core, if you really understand Bitcoin, you'll understand why I say time's running out for it. 4 years from now, 8 years from now, 12 years from now, by the year 2034. So in 2034, 99% of the Bitcoin will be out there. So there's time to get that. You can't just buy all the Bitcoin right now. It gets produced, generated over time. It gets mined over time, right? No one can just go buy as many Bitcoin as they want right now, right? Like you have to, it has to be, you have to be buying what's really available, right? That's why you see a lot of these big buys aggressively happening from large companies. No one can just buy all the supply of Bitcoin right now. It comes out 450 Bitcoin come out per day, right? 4 years from now, 225 Bitcoin will come out per day. 4 years from now, that gets cut in half. So it's pretty scarce with that being said. Check the Discord. We caught Bitcoin buys. We caught gold buys this morning. I went over Bitcoin yesterday. I know some people are freaking out. We had solid buys on Bitcoin. We had solid buys this morning. We started the week off pretty good. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up now for the night. I'll drop the Discord link in the chat here real quick. There you go. Boom. What's a good broker I use? I'll drop the link in the chat real quick. Use the link I drop in the chat. This broker does fast withdrawals, same day withdrawals. Usually by the next day, like quicker, but they're not available in the US. I'm not from US, so can't really help you there. But yeah, guys, we're out. That's gonna be it. Keep an eye on gold. Was watching for 27.45. Fortunately, we didn't get there, but we still keep an eye on it. Looks like it might try to break 27.50. There's resistance at 27.50. So you could see shorts are working at 27.50. You break above 27.50, you might get a play like this. So I'm still just looking for buys on gold. You might get a break and retest, but that's really about it. Unfortunately, we didn't get down to 27.45 tonight. We could sit and keep watching it forever, but I think like it's better. The market's kind of just sideways right now. It'll get there if it wants to. There's time. We almost hit it. We'll be on tomorrow morning and see if we can find something in New York session. Training some ass. Pretty much like every session's kind of a training. It's every single session's like a training, but one day, I don't know. I'd have to release a boot camp or something. Like I'd have to make a course one day, maybe in like 4 months from now, 6 months from now, the near future, to have like just trainings, or maybe on weekends or days. You know, pretty much any session I go over stuff. If you come on every session, there's stuff to learn. Whether we're live trading, live analysis, or it's more educational. Every session there's education to learn on here. Some sessions might be more, we're looking at the chart, so looking for trades. Some sessions might be more laid back, like more training, more education. Yeah, we didn't get that 45, but it's all good. We'll see where the market's at tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow for New York session. That's going to be it for today. Peace out. I'll see everybody on the next session.